there anything better than just bopping around with no plan on a sunny day in the beginning of spring? You know what I'm saying? This episode in the Artist in Paris Diaries is sponsored by BetterHelp. So if you don't know, BetterHelp is an online therapy resource. They make it super convenient to have access to therapy. You can do it from anywhere in the world, from the comfort of your own home, through video or on the phone. All you have to do is log in and message your therapist. So how it works, in case you guys are new to online therapy, is you fill out a short questionnaire and they will match you with a licensed professional that is perfect for you. It's a lot more affordable than traditional therapy, and they also make it super easy to change therapists if ever you're not vibing with the person that they have matched you with, which I think is super important. All of the therapists on there are fully licensed and really good at what they do, with a wide range of expertise, so you're sure to find somebody on there that you will vibe with. I think that spring can be a time where a lot of us are going through big shifts. Maybe you're moving, maybe you're finishing school, and I would highly recommend BetterHelp. So if you do want to try out online therapy, they're actually offering a 10% discount off your first month to everyone who's watching. So all you have to do is go to betterhelp.com/purple. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/purple. So thank you so much to BetterHelp, and let's get back into today's video. So I'm about to go on a date, but I don't even want to go anymore because I feel like the guy is giving me like major black cat energy already, and we haven't even met. Like, I feel like he's like one word answers, like, I don't even know you, like, we don't have to go on a date. You wanted to go on a date. Like do you, like, if you don't want to go, we don't have to go. However, I'm starting a new project in line with dating because I will not leave empty-handed. I'm either gonna leave with an art project or I'm gonna leave with a fucking lover, one of the two. I'm not gonna tell you guys what this project is yet because I don't want to spoil it, but I am not a loser. I cannot lose. It's a win-win. If it doesn't work out, the project continues. And if it does work out, well, I guess my love life is on a high. We'll see. What's up, baby? New glasses, who's this? Okay, I broke my glasses recently. It's a new day, a whole new day. I broke my glasses, and so I went and got some new ones, and I just gave them my old prescription. And when I put them on, I feel like I'm looking through a fishbowl. Like, I feel like I'm wearing like a fisheye lens. I'm starting to get used to them, but yeah. So the date yesterday, let's just say that the art project continues. I feel kind of like a jerk talking about like how dates go online because like I feel like it's not fair to the other person. But yeah, definitely like not my person. However, I feel like it's still good to experience dates. Like, it's still good to yeah, it's like an experiment. It's like, I don't know. I feel like all of us are the same. Ideally, we'd meet someone in real life, but sometimes you just have to, like leave some windows open. And I'm very much someone where like I'll do like an app for like a month and then I'll like take a pause for like 3 months. One thing that I will say is I already wasn't feeling it before I went on the date because of like the energy in our exchanges. And so I definitely think that if you're not already feeling it and you don't feel like the other person's even excited to go on a date, then like don't go. Like, obviously. I guess I just thought maybe he's like a bad communicator. But in line with that, I think that there are ways to sort of verify that. Like, I think that you can like voice note before. Like, I think that there are ways to check. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a very good lesson learned. But in other news, what a beautiful day it is today. Let me show you. Like, are you kidding me? Spring has sprung, baby! Wow. I'm currently working on a major spring clean. I repainted the floors white Not everywhere, but like in the places it needed it. I dusted off the piano, and I'm feeling really good about it. I'm not usually someone that takes the time to do this kind of thing, like a big spring cleans. So yeah, we finished that up this morning, and now I'm gonna repaint my entryway. I really love having white floors, but you know, there's pros and cons to it, which it does get dirty pretty easily. So I did that this morning. Now I also need to order prints. I'm also going to order I don't know how you say it in English. I sound like such a jerk every time I say that, but it's a paravent. It's like a room divider. I found this really cool one. Don't know how it's gonna look in the space, but I really want it for my kitchen because my kitchen is very like open concept, but it's also connected to like the shower, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of apartment swaps this summer while I go on tour, and I want like the people who stay in my apartment to feel comfortable. If they have like a guest, to have like some privacy. So I'm gonna order that this morning, and then after I'm gonna go to a cafe and read my book, and it's just gonna be a really good day. So I thought, why not vlog it? Also, reminder that I am having a show in Paris in May the 10th. So please come if you want to see me perform live. Tickets are linked down below. It's just gonna be an amazing time, and yeah, the day continues. Oh hell no, je suis scandalisée. Je suis allée sur le site pour acheter mon paravent et je l'ai demandé hier si c'était toujours disponible. Ils m'ont dit oui, et puis j'ai attendu pour aujourd'hui pour le commander parce que je n'avais pas le temps hier. Je suis allée sur le site, vendu. It would have been so perfect. This green, the mirror in the middle. Someone bought it. I mean, I guess I could say, oh, it wasn't meant for me or something like that, but it's like, damn. Literally, like, was yesterday. This is a life lesson. If there's something that you think is perfect and you want to buy it, do not wait. Do not wait. All right, I finished my prints for the day, and it's only 4 p.m., so now I'm gonna go take my book and go to a little cafe and enjoy the sunny day. Going for an Annie Hall vibe today. Ooh, there's this boutique I really like. They sell like Asian furniture. Should we just pop in real quick? Maybe they have a room divider. I think it's worth checking out because that's where I got like my really cool welded table. So let's just go in and see what they have. Look, it's the little table I got. I love when things are welded like this because I feel like they have such like an individual charm. I almost got this for my apartment because I thought it would be good to like stock paintings in, but it's sold. And I also kind of don't want like a lot of bulky furniture, but I really like this. This is the same guy who made my table, my metal table, and I love welded things like that. But yeah, again, it's kind of bulky from my apartment. It's always fun to browse, you know what I mean? All right, so I just left the Asian furniture store. I would honestly really recommend it if you guys are looking for interesting pieces. Some of the things are very expensive, but like for example, that metal table I got, I mean, it was only $100, and I think like you can negotiate as well. Didn't end up finding a room divider just because they didn't have one, but I still think it's fun sometimes just to roam around. And now I think I'm gonna just like wander around my neighborhood. It's that time of spring where like those purple flowers, what are they called? I'll have to show you. They start smelling so good, and I just love my neighborhood. I think it's extremely underrated in Paris, the 13th, the 13th. And it's like a little village. So yeah, I thought we'd wander around and see what we get into. I don't know. Maybe I'm really craving eggs, like scrambled eggs. And my book, it's gonna be good. like my apartment, but I've always found intriguing like these kinds of houses with like these big windows. I like it. So I'm gonna tell you why this is the most underrated neighborhood in Paris. It's super calm, but also really beautiful. Like there's a ton of amazing parks, like the Parc Montsouris. And then you have like the little village like this, the little Boutoukay, where they have like little houses, and it just feels like a little village. And it's still affordable. And it's not too far from like the 5th and the 6th. I've lived like 6 years in the 20th. I've lived in the 16th when I was a nanny. And of all the places that I have lived, I prefer this area the most. This is where I used to have my old art studio. So I think people like just associate it with Chinatown, or they associate it to being, I don't know, like far from like the canal or things like that. But honestly, I wouldn't want to really live anywhere else. But that's just me. It might also just be me being biased, but I don't know. I feel like it's also like away from all the tourists. Like there are no tourists over here, so you get like the real authentic experience. Like when I go to a cafe, they know my name. When I go to a boulangerie, like they know who I am. So yeah, just my little promotion for the 13th.
Ça va, tu vois, c'est bien dans l'équipe de faire peur. À voir si je fais une barre. On va dire vraiment un cas. Vous l'avez fait après ça. Ça, je trouvais que c'était pas. J'ai pas vu pour le coup. Ouais, j'ai pas vu, mais il y a pas mal. Ouais, c'est terrible. Paris. Ouais, en fait, c'est un peu drôle, il est dans le 13e. Ah ouais. Du coup, moi, je tombe en vélo, donc là, c'est glissé partout. Et ouais. Ah, c'est bien, ouais, j'avais pas les petites mèches comme ça. C'est super bon. Quitter Paris, je vais recommencer dans le bar.
So here it's like, okay, you get like a small ball of ice cream, like this is so little, but it forces you to just like enjoy. It forces you to enjoy and take your time eating it. You know what I'm saying? Tout en modération, which means everything in moderation. Oh, that was nice. I got my omelet with some fries and ice cream. I used to be able to go to cafes and read, and I tried, but I think now because I'm fluent in French, I just like hear people's conversations around me and it distracts me. But that's okay. A good for a bad, I guess. Un bien pour un mal, as we say in French. It's around 5 p.m. I finished about half the work I need to do for the day. This morning I did prints and I cleaned up a bit. But I don't necessarily feel like going home right away. I'm next to my old art studio, and I have a very good friend there, and he's usually around, so I might just stop by and see him and chat for a bit. We'll see if he's there. Honestly, like, this is why I live here. On the date that I had last night, the person was like, do you prefer living here or do you prefer living in Florida? And I guess a part of it is like, you know, when I lived in Florida, it was during like my adolescent years, and then when I first, like my first years of college. And so I feel like whenever I go back, it's almost like you expect it to have stayed the same, but things move on. And if I were to go back, not that I want to, I mean, even though I love my family and I love to visit them,
I feel like it almost would be like a regression in a sense. And I feel like here, like all of my differences, it's like that one episode of The Simpsons when they asked Lisa, they're like, do you want to be a big fish in a small bowl, or do you want to be a normal sized fish in a big bowl? And I feel like in Paris, because of all the things that make me different, I get to be a big fish in a small bowl, you know? And I feel like that's any time that you move abroad is you get to bring all your differences with you, and the place that you're living actually makes everything about you like special. Do you know what I'm saying? For example, the US taught me so much about work ethic, because you cannot afford to be poor there. Like if you don't have money to pay your rent, like you're on the street. Whereas here there is so much like social help, which is great. But also like I think that people maybe not have to hustle as much, which like I said can be great, but I think I have that hustle culture sort of ingrained in me, you know? That and the fact that I'm French now and I started my business here, and I don't know, I just feel like it doesn't take a lot of money to feel rich here, you know what I mean? Like you can get a glass of wine at a cafe, you can, you know, just do small things and it doesn't take a lot. I love how like you can walk the whole city. I love how people prioritize friendships here over work. Like what you do for a living doesn't necessarily have to define you. And it feels like less competitive in that sense. So yeah, just some food for thought. C'est un étoile, c'est ça?
Oui.
C'est très beau, merci beaucoup.
De rien.
On n'a pas le droit de regarder les feuilles quand on dessine. Ça s'appelle un blind contour. C'est quand tu es aveugle et tu dessines juste le
Vous dessinez quoi là?
Tu veux tester?
Moi je vais tester.
Ok. Donc les règles, c'est que tu regardes pas les feuilles.
Ok.
Tu regardes que moi et tu essaies de capturer ce que tu vois.
Ah mais là je peux pas dessiner parce que c'est pas...
L'idée, c'est pas que ce soit super bien. L'idée, c'est que tu t'éclates. Non, mais le mien, il a vraiment un passion. Il a quelque chose. Et toi, c'est
Mais pas du tout, déjà elle est...
Vote, qui était meilleur, le mien dans les
Celui-là, c'est lui.
Mais t'as pas encore vu, Giovanni.
Merci Giovanni.
C'est lui.
Merci Giovanni. En fait, Giovanni,
Et moi?
Giovanni, sache que tu es un homme de goût. Tu es un homme qui a...
La mienne ou le sien?
Oh, c'est joli ça.